Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gary gzduels, and I'm here today to present to you my perfect agent deck. So Herald of Perfection agent deck for the September 2013 format. I've been playing this deck for over a week. I really like it, but also this deck really requires a lot of luck, because you need to draw into the right amount of cards, the right combination of cards, the right amount of fairy type monsters, and also if you don't draw into that, you can basically draw into a hand where it's unplayable. Like literally you can draw into two of these level 6 vanillas and the 3 shine balls, or like, you can draw into like 3 Hyperions, a Christia, and a Tethys, and you wouldn't be able to do anything at all whatsoever. So this deck really requires a lot of luck. So if you want to play one of those decks that works amazingly if it works, and sucks so much if it's not working, then this is the deck for you. With that said though, let me just go into the deck profile. For the monsters, we have 2 Gyakuteno Megami. Yes, I said it properly. 3 Mystic Shine Ball, 1 Archula Christia, 3 Master Hyperion, 2 Tethys, Goddess of Light, 1 Agent of Miracles Jupiter, 3 Manju, 1 Honest, 3 Venus, 2 Marshmallow. I wanted to play Marshmallow in this deck because sometimes when you get those unplayable hands but you have a Marshmallow, you can just set Marshmallow and then you're set for like 2 turns at least. Also, we have 3 Agent of Mystery Earth, 2 Maxi, and 2 Herald of Orange Light. For the boss monster we have on the deck is Herald of Perfection. We run it at 3. For the spell cards, we have 9. We have 3 Transmodify, which may cost a little bit if you decide to play this deck, 3 Preparation of Rites, 1 Dawn of the Herald, and 2 Advanced Ritual Art. For the extra deck, you don't really use much of this extra deck other than a select few cards at times, but it's good to have these things in case. Crimson Blader, you're able to go into that. Angel of Zera as well. Black Rose Dragon is something you go into a lot. Also Amades, the Keeper of Illusions, and also Catastor. Paladynamo, I went into it like once or twice. The rank 3s, you sometimes go into it, but the most popular rank 3, well, let me go through the rank 3. You have Leviathan Dragon, Leviair, Mequip Engineer, which is kind of popular sometimes. Zenmains is more popular too. For the rank 2s, we have Daigusto Phoenix, which is really good when you're going for ODK. Herald of Sacred Light is okay. I don't really like it that much, but sometimes it gives you a extra fairy type monster. Also 2 Gachi Gachi Gantetsu, and 1 number 96 Dark Mist. In the side deck, we have 2 Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, 3 Mystical Space Typhoon, 3 XYZ Encore, 2 Imperial Iron Wall, 2 Gozen Match, 2 Mental Drain, and 1 Soul Drain. Okay, so I don't know what to talk about for this deck. It's really straightforward. The basic strategy is get Herald of Perfection, get a whole bunch of fairy type monsters into your hand, and then hopefully negate everything your opponent can possibly throw at you. So it's good because when you have say you have Manju, you also have Herald of Perfection, and you have Transmodify, then you're set, because you can use Manju, search the missing piece. You can search, if you have Herald of Perfection, you can search Advanced Ritual Art. If you have Advanced Ritual Art, you can search Herald of Perfection, and then basically use Advanced Ritual Art, summon out Herald of Perfection, and then Transmodify your level 4 Manju into a level 5 Tethys, and then next turn, when you draw into the overwhelming like 31 monsters in your deck, you're bound to basically draw into a fairy type, which will allow you to keep drawing to fairy type monsters, and it will replenish your hand so that you'll have enough fuel in order to keep negating with Herald of Perfection's effect. So as a basic strategy of the deck. With that said, you don't really use much of the extra deck, and the side deck is only for those really problematic matchups. So you might have XYZ Encore, the 3 for against Evil Swarm, because once they go first turn, Ophion, you can't do much. You can't summon out Herald of Perfection. Like, the only several outs that you can get into are like Marshmallow to help you stall for some time. Maybe if you get lucky, you can get a Jupiter, which if you have a agent monster in the graveyard, you can it boosts attack to 2600. Maybe you can have Honest in your hand to chain with any of these monsters. You may also use Venus to bring out maybe a Dark Mist, and then you can attack into the Ophion, but that's not very stable, so you basically need XYZ Encore. Also, the Kaikus are just good because good against Prophecy, good against dragons. The 3 MST you use because some decks likes to main deck problematic cards like Skill Drain is one. Also, Vanity's Emptiness is another one. So if they flip those things up before you summon out Herald of Perfection, it's not that much you can do. I mean, if your opponent has a face-up Vanity's Emptiness and like your monsters are 1000 attack, 1400 attack, 1600 attack, the best you get is maybe a Jupiter 1800 attack that you can normal summon. Not really much you can do. You really need this Mystical Space Typhoon to remove those threats, and then hopefully you can use Herald of Perfection to control the rest of the game. Also Imperial Iron Wall, because other than Hyperion, you don't really remove you don't really remove any monsters. So if you want to side things in, you can side these Imperial Iron Walls in. If you do have Hyperion, it's not bad because you can discard it. It's a fairy type monster for Herald of Perfection's effect, and then you can still put it to some good use. Goes in match, really good against dragons. All of your monsters are basically light. Even the things that you might go into in the extra deck, you can go into Paladimo, which is light. Amedes, Keeper of Illusions, which is light, so it's pretty good. Also, my Mental Drain sometimes really conflicts because you do run a lot of hand traps. You run like 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5. But like what I like to think is if you side in Mental Drain, you shut off 5 cards from your deck, which you can't use. Well, 2 of which you're gonna take out in order to put in the Mental Drain, so already it's not that much of a problem. But with Mental Drain, you get to shut off basically half of the deck of Dragon Rulers, and you get to shut off the boss monster of Prophecies. It's very much worth it to play this. And also 1 Soul Drain because nothing activates in the graveyard, so we're all good right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. If you have any questions, feel free to drop in the comment section down below. I had really a good time playing this deck, and I hope I can move on to something great next, but I really don't have any ideas as to what to play next. If you stayed this far in the video, you can hopefully give me a suggestion on what deck I should play next. I'm looking at that Chain Gadgets. I don't know if you guys heard about that. Chain Gadgets that topped the ARG circuit. I don't know. I think I might look into that. It's a pretty interesting idea, but if you want me to do some sort of deck, maybe redo a deck that I've done in the past, feel free to tell me in the comment section down below. Other than that, this is Gary GZduels signing out.